All right, so it's Tuesday. Today I went to REI and picked up a new rack for the back of my bike here. Um, Over the weekend, me and my cousin went and did a trail ride uh, west of the state, west of us, called the White Pine Trail. We did a round trip, 2 day excursion totaling about 140 miles. We planned on camping out, so here's the trailers. We had them loaded up. There's a tire that I got to patch because I had a flat, but we had the trailers loaded up pretty good with tents, sleeping bag, every stove, everything that you need to camp out in. And we ended up not with no intentions whatsoever, but we ended up uh, getting a hotel room after 70 miles, and we rolled into a hotel around, I don't know, 12:30 at night, something like that. So, which made me think, so not all the time when you're out riding, especially if you're gonna do big miles and you're gonna do an overnighter, do you have to camp out, so. And you don't always have to drag the trailer with you if you only need a few things. So I've already got a front bag on the bike, so I figured with a rear rack, and this is a trunk mount that I have right now, which I plan on getting some different bags for the back. But with that, for a coat and change of clothes, some snacks, just some things that, repair kit, just some things that you're going to need to get you, for an overnighter when you're, if you want to bust a hotel room or something, which is a nice change of pace. Don't get me wrong, it was 140 miles, 2 days. It was cold, it was rainy. It was nice to get in a hotel room, take a couple showers, continental breakfast in the morning, didn't have to clean pans. I mean, it was first time I've ever done it like that, and it was kind of cool. So when I got back, it made me think. It's like, hey, between the rear bag, the front bag, and a little backpack that I have, to keep just a few necessities with me, that would be enough space to get me for an overnighter if I did an excursion like that. So I thought it out, right? Got rear disc brakes on the bike, so not all racks are gonna fit. So as I'm doing my research online, I found a couple racks that were for bikes with disc brakes, and I found this one, the one that I was looking at. Went to REI, they happened to have one in stock, and it was a Toe Peak. So they had two different brands, and I was looking at this one, and I got the Toe Peak because I bought a couple of their bags. I bought a bag that goes up underneath the seat, one of these guys here, a seat bag, that keeps some spare tubes and stuff in. Now that's the third bag that I bought. Two of them were some cheapies from Walmart. The zippers blew out like in hardly no use at all. I've had this one for a while and it's lasted. So I bought it, the wife's got one. I bought her one right off the bat too. So the front bag was nice. So it seems like quality stuff. So when it came down to the rack, it says, well, I've had good luck with the other stuff, so I'm going to go with this one. Went right on. The only thing I had to do when I put it on was bend the mount brackets here. Pretty standard for, most type of racks that you mount. No problem there. Down here you can see how it's kind of spaced out to go around the brake. Sweet. Everything was cool. I put it on. I put the bag on there, and I'm like, all right, that fits good. That's awesome. I like it. And then as I'm sitting there looking at it, it dawned on me that with the rack on, I can't put, I don't know if you can take a look at this, but I can't get the Bob trailer on there with this rack. Not a major problem, just, I didn't think about that. And not that, my original thought wasn't really having the rack and the trailer, it was either one or the other, but I didn't plan on going through the hassles of taking the rack off, every time I wanted to use a trailer, and vice versa, putting it back on. So even if the rack's off and I put the Bob trailer on, I can't put the rack back on because there's no clearance for, going over curbs and stuff like that. It just actually will not work. So I don't know if there's another one out there another rack that you could use that would allow you to use the bob trailer. Again, like I said, not that I would need both, unless you're going on some, crazy duration excursion, which, I don't foresee one in my future for time ways, but it's just nice not to have to take it on and off. So I picked up that today. Picked up a new computer. It's Cat Eye cycling computer. It's called the Commuter. They had all different kinds. It's wireless. I had one before. It was giving me all kinds of problems. I changed the batteries. The last ride I went on and recorded, it worked for 5 miles out of 140. So when I got back, I chucked it. That was the final straw. I've been having problems with it. I picked this one only because it had all the functions that I need, which is nothing major. Average speed, odometer, trip, time. The reason I picked this one, it had can't tell, but it's got a temperature gauge on it, which is just, something, hey, when it's cold, it's like just some extra knowledge of, what the temperature is. So that was really the deciding factor. It was wireless. It was a good brand, easy mount. Really not super tickled to death with this magnet mount for the pickup on there. But that's just kind of how they are. So if it works and doesn't give me problems, then hey, it's great. But if it starts giving me problems, then we'll have to figure out something else. So I know they sell some different kind of magnets. So anyway, so I put the bag on, mocked up with some stuff in the bag just to kind of fill it up. Rode it. Feet didn't hit the bag, which was a good thing. But I am looking at a set of panniers that will clip on the back. They're actually for front racks, so they're kind of small. So I want them for that rack, and I got a rack on my trailer here. So I want the small front, so they'll fit on the trailer, they'll fit on the bike, they'll stay out of the way from hitting my pedals. And I saw those at REI. I've had my eye on them for a while, but haven't picked them up yet. So anyway, that's what's happening here today. So new rack, new computer. My legs are still sore from that 2-day ride. Monday was bad. Today they were even worse. But the more I'm moving around, the better they feel. So anyway, that's it. So if anybody has an idea as far as this rear rack, or if there's a different rack that you can use with a bob trailer, let me know. If anybody else is thinking about putting a rack on and uses a bob trailer, hopefully this helps you out about it, because usually I think things out pretty well, but this one it just slipped through the cracks, and I didn't realize it until after I put it on. I was like, damn, it will not fit with the trailer. Again, no big deal, but it would be nice if I didn't have to take it on and off. So, all right, peace out, and check you in the next video.